Je commence par la basse, vous voyez?
My goal in this video is to convey what a sound feels like through moving images and sound. So I feel like if I'm successful, this should be a very fulfilling watch for you. But if I'm not, thank you for watching.
Maintenant, l'accompagnement. J'improvise maintenant.
So the other day I had this random thought that popped into my head, and I was thinking, what if I was a tiny photon of light and I lived in the sun? And just like all the other tiny photons of light that live in the sun, I have this huge responsibility every morning to wake up and travel down to the earth and go light up the world. And also, in whatever measure of consciousness a tiny photon of light could possibly have, I'm fully aware that I have a huge responsibility. I'm providing light that helps plants photosynthesize, and that provides energy at the base level of the food chain that then supports all of life above it. I know the amount of beauty that I bring into the world just by my presence. I'm aware of this, the gravity of my responsibility. But then I was thinking, if I was this photon of light, what kind of music would I be listening to on my commute to work just to pass time? So then it took me on this whole search, and I was searching on YouTube for like sounds that like represent immense purpose. And that's when I came across this video.
Even listening to it again while I'm editing this video, I definitely would listen to this if I was on my way to go light up the world. The fingers that are currently dancing on those strings belong to Ibra Galisa, and his instrument is the KORA from West Africa. It's what happens when you slice a dried up calabash fruit in half and then cover it in animal skin and then attach 21 strings to it. But you have to do it with love and intention and passion, because if you don't, it's going to look like a KORA, but it's not going to sound like one. I like to listen to a lot of musical scores because of how much room it kind of leaves for my mind to wonder. When you listen to a violin chord, usually depending on your mood or your state of mind, or sometimes even what you're doing, that chord could mean very different things to you. But it's very different when you listen to songs that have lyrics with it, because the lyrics almost define the instrumentals, and when you listen to it long enough, the instrumentals start to define the lyrics, and then they do this vice versa dance where when you hear the lyrics somewhere, you already know the instrumentals, or when you just hear the instrumentals, you already know the lyrics that are coming forward. Like when Adele sings about divorce, you know exactly what to feel, regardless of where you are, or what you're doing, or what time you listen to the song, although there are some very depressing chords in her music. But with scores, it's a little different because you're not really giving any instructions, you're just told to feel. It's like you're giving this blank page from a composition book and you're told to write. Granted, you are supposed to write within the lines, but you could write whatever you want to write. And I like to listen to scores because they help to amplify my thoughts in a way. And the video that I put earlier with Ibra Galiso wasn't the first time that I'd heard the KORA. A couple of months ago, I was searching for musical scores that were made purely with African instruments because I just wanted to see what that would do to my mind. So I'd searched on Spotify and then I stumbled across the song Dujaro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it was composed and played by Baleke Sissoko and Suna Jabarte. And one of the less scary uses of AI is that when it's integrated into your music playing software, you could find a song that you like and then it helps you suggest other songs. So I was able to create this playlist with KORA instruments. I don't know if it's AI or just Spotify's algorithm, but I'd listened to it religiously for a couple of days and it just did something to my mind. It sparked something within me because it's so complicated and there are so many sounds that are coming from one instrument. It's like you're hearing a story from 21 different perspectives, the 21 different strings of the KORA. And when we listen to orchestra music, it's very beautiful because all the instruments within the orchestra are vibrating and are a reflection of the composer's mind. And the KORA, it's the same thing, but it's a little different because it's just one instrument that's being vibrated, and its 21 strings are being vibrated, and it's telling the story of a people or a person. And if you listen to it keenly, with your eyes closed, you could almost see a scene play out in your mind. I don't know, it's such like a mesmerizing and hypnotic sound to just listen to. When I started planning this video out, I initially wanted to meet with a KORA griot. And a griot is someone who essentially was born to learn how to play the KORA, and they also play a very important role in the societies that they belong to. And I was able to meet one. I've been doing this thing where since I moved to New York City and I'm looking to meet new people and build community, I would go on Eventbrite. By the way, this video is not sponsored by them, but I would go on Eventbrite and I would search up events to attend to just based on my interest. And a lot of times I would just go to the free ones. But I was searching the other day and I saw that Malang Jabarte, who is a KORA griot, was having a concert in Brooklyn. So I paid for it and I went for it and I sat front and center and just sat there and just enjoyed the live, mesmerizing KORA music. And I was hoping to be able to talk to him, to learn about his experience with the instrument and his journey playing the KORA in the New York subways. But it just didn't happen that way in the timeline that I wanted it to. But I was able to meet with him at the L Stops Bedford Avenue station where he usually plays. So if you want to hear live KORA music, please go see him. He's usually there during the weekdays, and I was able to get some footage of him playing, and unfortunately just the audio of that footage just completely terrible, and I would spare you all of that. But this is him in 2023, and this is also him 12 years ago. He's probably been playing in the subway for almost 20 years, and just the devotion that these griots have to this instrument is something to be studied, and it's sad that it doesn't have that much recognition, so they don't make that much money. So I'm also making this video for one, to raise awareness of the KORA instrument, and two, as like a manifestation that someday I would own this instrument and be able to play it just a fraction as good as these griots are able to play it. So if you watch this video to this point, thank you for watching. I hope that I accomplished what I initially set out to accomplish when I started making it, which is to make you feel some sort of love for the KORA instrument. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.